Hi everybody! So today I'm doing my movies I saw in the month of June. And we're going to talk about the movies I saw in the theater in the month of June. And I saw 4 new movies in the theater in the month of June. And then I saw a couple repeats. The first movie that I saw in June in the theaters was Love and Mercy, which was the Brian Wilson biopic. And I had really mixed feelings about this one. Overall, I think it's definitely worth seeing, and I liked what they were trying to do. I don't know if it 100% worked, because they have 2 different actors playing Brian Wilson. One, Paul Dano, in the 1960s, and that part was brilliant. I loved it. I loved seeing him add the layers to the music and creating this unique sound. And just like kind of watching his genius come into play was great. They had John Cusack playing Brian Wilson in the 1980s, and he has had a breakdown, and a psychiatrist initially helped him out of the breakdown, and then he started to manipulate and control him. And so he's really just this sort of wounded creature in the 1980s, and he meets Elizabeth Banks, who becomes his girlfriend, and who realizes what's going on with this manipulation. And I thought that both were good, but they were just so different. You had this biopic and this thriller, psychological thriller, kind of meshed together, and it just didn't work 100% for me. But I thought it was a bold, ambitious idea, and I did like it. So it's a very mixed review for me. But the next movie that I saw in theaters, I reviewed on this channel. I saw Jurassic World, and I thought it was okay. It was entertaining. I thought it was really dopey and stupid, and I didn't like... I had a lot of problems, issues with the story, issues with the character development, issues with the CG special effects. So I had problems with it, but I still thought it was kind of fun, and I get why people enjoy it. When Marnie Was There, which is the last Studio Ghibli film, I also reviewed that on this channel, and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. It's the story of a girl who has pretty severe mental illness, depression, and she's sent to the country and to heal and hopefully recover, and she gets involved with this mystery involving this old house on the marsh, and I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and I've seen it twice because I liked it so much. Then the next movie I saw in the theaters was Inside Out, and I also reviewed that on this channel, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it told the story in layers with lots of interesting character development, both from Riley and from sadness and joy, and I loved Bing Bong. I thought it was just so moving and funny and everything you could want in a movie. It's now quickly become my second favorite Pixar ever. I loved it. And I posted on my blog a spoiler review where I really went into the minutia of the movie. And so if you have seen it and you're interested, I would love to have you read that review. I'll put it in the description section of this video. I've actually seen Inside Out also twice, and because I loved it so much, I'll probably see it 2 or 3 more times while it's in the theater because it's so great. And so that's the 4 new movies that I saw in the theaters. Full of other ideas of movies that I might see in June, but they got such bad reviews. I ended up going to see 2 movies that I'd already seen before just to sort of verify my initial thoughts on them. And the first one was The Avengers: Age of Ultron. After I saw it, I loved it. I thought it was great. I was really entertained by it. And but then I heard all of this criticism and critiques, and people didn't like it, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, maybe I was just sort of caught up in it. Maybe I didn't really like it. So I went and saw it again, and I still really liked it. I really liked the visions and how you get to know the backstory of the characters. I really thought it was great how vulnerable they felt, and I really thought that Ultron was menacing, and I felt like he could actually win. And that's something that's pretty hard to do in a movie about Avengers superheroes. I liked the backstory we got with Black Widow and with Hawkeye in particular, but all of them, like I said, those vision scenes were really good and powerful. I thought the ending was really dynamite and fun, the way that they brought in all these other characters, and I thought it looked good. It was exciting. I thought that Ultron was great. I thought that that Vision was great, and that was an interesting dynamic. So that was sort of 2 sides of Tony Stark, and sort of also 2 sides of sort of a good versus evil kind of thing. And I I think that it's a really entertaining, good movie, a superhero movie. It'd probably be in my top 10 ever. So yeah, I do. I still hold by my A plus on that one. I loved it. And I thought it was really funny too. I still think it's got a great script. So yeah. And then the other movie that I saw again that I had seen before was Cinderella. I took all my nieces because it was at the Dollar Theater and we had a blast. They loved it. I still love it. It's my second favorite of the year so far. I love the message of kindness and courage. I love the little changes they made without fundamentally changing any of the characters. The richness that they added to Lady Tremaine, kind of giving us a little bit of her backstory again without completely changing it like Maleficent did. And I thought it just looks so great. The costumes are great. The sets are great. I liked how they handled the transformation of all the animals and the pumpkin. That was really fun. I liked the prince, and I thought he and Cinderella had good chemistry. And Lily James was very good as Cinderella. She's better than in Downton Abbey. So overall, my opinion is still that's one of the best of the year. That's the movies I saw in the theater in June. I saw Love and Mercy, which was mixed review, but I did like it. I saw Jurassic World, which was stupid but entertaining. I saw When Marnie Was There twice, and I loved it. I saw Inside Out twice, loved it. I saw Avengers Age of Ultron a second time, really liked it. And I saw Cinderella again and really liked it. So that is my thoughts for the movies I saw in the theater in June. So let me know what you think if you've seen these movies. And please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.